Have you ever had one of those big, exciting dreams only to, well, watch it just kind of fade away? We're going to talk about the single biggest reason why most dreams die. And I promise you, it's probably not what you think.
Just let that sink in for a second. Seriously, imagine you're right there, on the very edge of everything changing for the better, and you walk away. And you know what? It's a story that happens all the time, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It's not that the dream was impossible, it's just that the journey got hard, and they stopped one step too soon.
And it all starts right here. That moment when the fun, exciting, easy part is over and the real work actually begins. This is the first and honestly the most common exit ramp.
Okay, so let's say you push past that initial discomfort. What happens next? Well, that's when you start hearing the external voices, the doubts, the skepticism from other people, and all of a sudden, your own belief is really put to the test.
And then comes the silence. You're putting in the work day in and day out, but it feels like you're getting nothing back. It feels like you're screaming into the void. This is where the temptation to quit is just immense. But what if success isn't about some kind of magical talent? What if it's just about endurance?
So, let's break this whole journey down, shall we? Every dream starts in one place, but, well, it has to survive in a very, very different one.
This is the magic phase. You know that feeling, right? You can literally see that future version of yourself, successful, happy, so confident. Your motivation is through the roof because the dream is still this perfect, shiny, beautiful idea. Anything feels possible. And this is where things get tricky. The dream looks like that gorgeous, majestic mountain peak over on the left. It looks simple, beautiful even. But the reality? That's the climb on the right. It's slow, it's messy, and you're going to make a ton of mistakes. And it's right there, in the gap between those two pictures, that most people just give up.
Look, eventually every single person on this journey, I don't care who you are, comes up against a massive obstacle. And boy, does it feel like a dead end.
And this wall, it can look like so many different things, right? It's that exam you poured your soul into studying for, but you failed. It's posting that video you were so proud of and crickets. Nobody watches. It's that first business idea you had that just lost money. It feels so personal, and it really, really hurts. But here's the most important thing you need to hear. This wall isn't a stop sign. It's a fork in the road. It's a choice. You can look at it and say, well, I failed, or you can see it for what it actually is, a sign that you're growing. And right at this moment, when you're struggling the most, another danger creeps in. And honestly, this one can be even more destructive than the wall itself.
We all do it, don't we? It's just so easy. You're struggling, so you look at someone who's already made it, and you think their journey must have been so easy. We compare our messy, chaotic beginning to their polished, perfect-looking end result. We totally forget about all the hidden struggles and failures they had to go through to get there.
I want you to think about progress like this. When you plant a seed, for the longest time, it looks like nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, there's this incredible, invisible root system growing, building a super strong foundation. Your dream works the exact same way. All that early work that nobody sees, that is the most important part.
And while you're quietly building those roots, you're going to start to hear these voices. Sometimes they're from strangers, but a lot of the time they come from people you love. Now, they're not trying to be mean. They're usually just projecting their own fears onto you. But their doubt can so easily become your own if you let it. But here's the thing. If you can push through that wall and push past the comparison game and ignore all the doubt, you start to understand this really profound truth about what success actually is. This is a truth that so many of us discover way too late in life. We have this idea that success is only for a special, gifted few, the people who are just born with some kind of amazing talent. But, that's not really the whole story.
That's it. That's the big secret. They are simply the ones who kept going when it got uncomfortable, when people doubted them, and when progress was just painfully slow. You see, persistence will quietly beat talent every single time when talent decides to give up too early. And here's what's so incredibly powerful. The journey itself is what changes you. By refusing to quit, you are literally forced to evolve. You build resilience with every single setback. You learn patience with every delay. You forge discipline every single day you just show up. You actually become the person who's capable of handling the success you're chasing.
And this is the ultimate takeaway. The goal isn't just about getting the trophy at the end. The real prize is the person you become along the way. that dream that once felt so impossible, it starts to look achievable. Not because the dream got any smaller, but because you grew bigger.
So with all that in mind, let's bring this all home with one last really powerful idea. If you have a dream right now that feels like it's fading, or a goal that just feels impossibly far away, this is for you.
It all comes down to this number: 1. The difference between the person who lives their dream and the one who doesn't is often just 1. One more try when you want to give up. One more hour of work when you're totally exhausted. One more step when you can't even see the finish line.
So whatever it is you're chasing, give it time. Give yourself courage when it feels like nothing is happening, and give yourself faith when it seems like it's just not working. The future you're building is worth it. The only question is, will you stick around long enough to see it?